Good afternoon, Penn State. We have a special guest joining us in the studio today as we talk about one of the most active student-run clubs on campus. We will be right back after the short commercial break. Stay tuned.
You have a dream to make it come true. You gotta keep yourself believing in you, so don't give up, don't give in, stand tall, reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up, and make your dreams come true.
I'm your host, Raquel Solano for Penn State Chat. The Lion 90.7 FM operates around the clock to provide entertainment and information for the State College area. 4 students, myself included, have created a video to help explain how the station operates and what it stands for. After the video, we will have Tristan Vaughn, Vice President and Program Manager of the Lion, with us for an interview. Let's take a look.
Thursday night, 11 o'clock, time for the Metal Machine right here on the Lion 90.7 FM. First up.
The Lion 90.7 FM is a student-run radio station that operates out of the Hub Robeson Center. The Hub is the heart for student involvement on campus, housing the meeting rooms for many organizations in addition to the radio station, which is located on the lower level. The Lion features programming 24 hours a day that serves the interests of both Penn State University Park students and the greater State College community.
We are, by virtue of FCC licensure, obligated to serve the public. Okay, we are federally licensed to serve the public in terms of within our broadcast radius, our listenership. That is our primary mission, to serve the public. It's not to be an extracurricular hobby for people that just want to be involved in radio for just to have something to do. It's not something in which people simply just learn the art and craft of broadcasting. That's an ancillary benefit. So we're unique from the local commercial radio market in terms of what we provide, and we're also unique from what's already being served on the other university public radio stations.
Because we're not like a lot of college radio stations. Most college stations are totally free-form. We're multi-formatted, so we're block formatted. So basically every 2 hours it changes. 7 to 9 a.m. we have morning talk and variety, sort of like a local blend of like Mike and Mike, and I don't want to say Howard Stern, but you get the idea. And then it goes to jazz, 80s pop, classic rock, public affairs, sports talk, modern rock, urban, and metal. And then the weekends are specialty programs, so it could be anything from, polka to, we have a guy who does African tribal type music, to homegrown folk. The station, I think, is kind of like a mirror for the community. Our programming is whatever the people involved want it to be, and we're only as strong as those who get involved. So do our best to kind of temper the fact that it is student managed and student run, but show them that it's also professional, it's also a full-time business operation. So when it comes down to it, we don't call ourselves Penn State Student Radio. We say, that the Lion 90.7 is the soundtrack to Penn State. And, we have our listing on iTunes Radio and a bunch of other places. With iPhones now, you can listen anywhere you are. And, that's really revolutionized what it means to be that revolutionized what it means to be the Lion. Because we got to be careful that we're representing Penn State and, the whole idea of dear old state. Well, and that's why, if you go to our studio in the Hub, on the door of the studio, before you can swipe your card in, we have a decal right on the door under our logo that quotes from the alma mater, "May no act of ours bring shame." And we do that specifically so that every time the DJ or anyone walks into the studio, they understand and they're hit with it right in the face. Essentially, be careful, act like a young adult, act like a Penn Stater should.
The Lion 90.7 FM started broadcasting on October 31st, 1995, and is now able to reach a global audience through a live stream of programming on their website, www.thelion.fm. Welcome back. We have with us Vice President of the Lion, Tristan Vaughn, as promised. Welcome, Tristan, and thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you. How you doing?
Wonderful. It's beautiful out today.
It is. It's absolutely great.
So, on that note, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what your responsibilities as Vice President are at the station.
Sure. Well, I have two main responsibilities at the Lion. The first is to manage the staff, all of the DJs and staff heads, and the other is to oversee production of everything from non-commercial underwriting, which is advertising for a nonprofit, and also for PSAs, public service announcements.
Do you work closely with the president that we just saw in that short video?
Yes, I do. I'm in constant contact with him. He probably gets tired of it, but we send each other emails just about every day. Everything from content, from the DJs to Penn State politics, you name it. We're always in constant conversation with each other.
How many hours do you spend at the station a day?
I don't go in every day, but I would say on an average I'm probably in there between 1 and 2 hours every day. It's more, a lot on Mondays, a lot on Fridays.
So you're also the host of State Your Face. You're a DJ for that show?
Yes, it's a classic rock show.
What is that like?
It's great. It's probably my favorite thing that I do at the Lion. It's a chance to get in front of the mic, and what I do is I take different classic rock songs. I basically think in music kind of like all the time. So I take them and then I weave them together sort of philosophically for the audience, and they call in and tell me what they think.
How do you, I've always wondered, how do DJs come up with the songs that they want to play so quickly?
Well, what we tell them to do and what they do are two different things. We tell them to pre-plan your show so that you're not improvising anything. But it's kind of a mix of both. You know, if I'm in there and I get a knack for something I just got to hear, I mean, I just put it up, you know what I mean? But on the other hand, I have a theme. I think I did music about wild animals the other day. So every song I played would be about wild animals. And then I just, you know, script a whole bunch that I might play and then pick them as I go.
That sounds cool. Is the station involved with any charity work?
Yes, we are involved in Thon, and we did pretty well this year. It was our first year big time on Thon, and the dancers did really well. I think they raised upwards of $20,000.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it really was, and we were excited. We had dancers on the floor and everything, so it's a big first year step for us.
Yeah. How can students get involved with the Lion if they're interested?
We take just about anybody. We have 2 training seminars, one per each semester at the beginning of each semester, and there's usually flyers that go out, or through the College of Communications listserv we'll send something out.
So you're an advertising major.
Yeah, that's right.
So it seems, and you're vice president of the station, so I guess everyone doesn't have to be interested in communication specifically? No,
I would say most of the people that we have come in from the College of Communications, but it's not limiting, you know, anybody to that. I'm in advertising, so for me it's kind of the background of how media works, and then I sort of just fell into place with being in the radio and all the other things that I enjoy. But you can come from anywhere.
How do you get some of the music? Is it sent to you?
A lot of the CDs that come in, we're a multi-format station, as I'm sure you guys have alluded to before. So we would get everything from indie to Latin, etc. in the mail, and that goes to the staff head of each program, and then they import the songs or review the songs or just play them straight from the CDs.
How do you decide what type of programs that you're going to run on the show?
What we do is we have a big officer meeting at the beginning of the school year, the academic school year, where we all come up in August and sort of like a closed door session. We meet with the alumni and some of the other officers, and then we'll decide on any format changes. If there's suggestions, what's working, what's not working with the shows, who we think is listening, based on, you know, our demographic, based on feedback from various groups around campus, and then we'll decide if we make a change or not. Programming stays fairly consistent, but I mean, we just put up an 80s new wave format this year, so that's kind of a new thing to check out, and I think it's going to stick. People like it.
Well, thank you, Tristan. Thank you. I hope it does stick. Thanks, Tristan, for joining us here today. Well, that's all the time we have. On behalf of the College of Communications, I'd like to thank you for joining us. I'm Raquel Solano. Have a wonderful day, Penn State.